Ha ha! What's up, bust bags? The bug catcher is here today, smoking trees, catching butterfreeze, baby. Now, you guys should just go on ahead and subscribe because, busters, I am the only guy who really speaks the truth, right? I I don't really try to lean one way or another with the online opinion. I somehow find myself in like the third little small slice of the graph by myself. And no one else is going to say what I'm about to say in this video. So go ahead and subscribe just to keep hearing the truth. Just a real one speaking his thoughts, right, Busters? Anyway, enough of that bullshit. Let's get into the big doozy, right? So, when you get on YouTube, and, actually, Pokemon, we saw in the Terra League that Pokemon had a flying type Eevee ready to go. We didn't get to see what it looked like, but we saw it was ready to fucking go. But it was too similar to an idea they saw online, fan art, right? So they just decided to scrap it. As I sip my fucking orange raspberry Propel immune support, you know what I'm saying? They decided to scrap flying type Eevee. So that lets me know they be online. Because how would they even see random fan art unless they're looking? You know what I'm saying? And we already know they try, Pokemon that is, Game Freak, Nintendo, whoever the fuck, they try to get rid of all the ROM, not only of the older games, but the hacks in general, right? They try to get all that off the internet. So we know Pokemon, Game Freak, creatures, whoever the fuck, we know that they're fucking seeing what we do, what we say. Now, when you got YouTubers, and a lot of these guys, I'm about to name I like, right? But when you got YouTubers and random motherfuckers in general, but when you got YouTubers like Hoops and Hip Hop, Smith Plays Pokemon, you know, Sacred Almighty. I could be wrong about the last one, but I'm almost certain I've seen him promote a ROM hack. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. My bad, bro. But like Smith Plays Pokemon, he has a video. I perfected. I just made a new Pokemon Yellow ROM and perfected it. You don't think Pokemon sees that, and they might think these cocksuckers think they can make a better game than us, especially when they remake or perfect a classic like Yellow. It's one thing to fix you know, fucking Black and White. No one's touched them games yet. Someone needs to fix that whole story by taking it out, right? But you don't think Pokemon sees Hoops and Hip Hop make his own fucking region, or Lockston and Noggin make his own region and his own regional forms and this and that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Obviously these dudes love Pokemon more, just as much, or not more than me or the next cocksucker, right? But, you don't think Pokemon sees that and they're like, bro, these dudes, all these fucking fans think they can make just a better fucking game than we do. They think they can go back and make a Pokemon Recharged Yellow, the true third version of Fire Red and Leaf Green, the remake we should have got in Gen 3. And I'll be honest, I'm talking about that one, Recharged Yellow, because I have it on my fucking tablet, and I'm thinking about playing it for the goddamn channel. Because it's fun. I can admit, they added a day and night cycle to Leaf Green, basically, following Pokemon. I think they added the physical special split. I could be wrong about that. There's some you can do some cross gen evolutions, nothing big. Just if Gen 3 came out In if Leaf Fire Red and Leaf Green came out when Heart Gold and Soul Silver did, basically, is what the game is. And it's great. They have green as a model. But at the same time, it's like, bro, Pokemon has to be sitting back thinking, we name another franchise that has this many ROM hacks. This many, I can make a better game than Pokemon, so I did. And then you get fans, fickle ass fans, really thinking that these ROM hacks are better. You know what I mean? ROM hacks. The best ROM hacks are the ones like Emerald Sea Glass, or like the one I'm talking about, Recharged Yellow, where you just fucking, you know, yeah, it's just like an enhancement a little bit, right? Or they just do a little tweaks. The ones that are fucking, they add this convoluted, stupid ass story. There's 1,000 of them. Renegade this, and I done played 10 trillion ROM hacks where there's a stupid ass long story, and people swear this is revolutionary to the genre as a whole. Because you see these stupid ass descriptions. And it's just like, no, it's not. Okay? Your story's lame, and just because you made Pokemon edgy doesn't mean it's cool, right? I know if Pokemon's throwing out lazy games, it's because they see us talking about how cool these fan-made games are. And they're just like, well, if the fans think they can make a better game, well then fuck it. Here's some bullshit. And you know what's funny? I don't even think the games are lazy or bullshit. But I can admit, I guess the fucking windows are all painted on the same on the side of the buildings. If you look right there, it's all the same shit. The ledges are painted on. You don't actually step on the ledge. So I can see where, people are saying Pokemon's lazy. People are saying Pokemon's lazy because the story is just as basic as it was when we were kids. And they think the franchise should grow up with them. And they make their own versions of Pokemon. And it's just bullshit. And I think Pokemon thinks it's bullshit. Nintendo thinks it's bullshit. And I think if they do make shitty games, they've been told they've been making shitty games since 2016, right? 2018 maybe. So you don't think they can make a good game? Look how they pushed the fucking graphical issue on Ultra Sun and Moon, right? For the 3DS. Doing shit on the hardware people didn't even know was fucking possible. Doing shit on that hardware people didn't even know was fucking feasible. And I think all this started with Gen 5, unfortunately. And I might be the start of the problem because Gen 5 fucking sucks. Okay? I don't care about N or his stupid ideals because they don't make sense, right? If you're going to make N make sense, that should have been the game to have the Pokemon following behind you, not the Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the fucking Gen 2 remakes. That wasn't it. The game to do that was Gen 5, so we can directly, because we're silent protagonists, and allegedly we're a good foil for N because of our truths and his ideals, right? But we don't even know what the fuck our truths are. What if our truth, match with his ideals? And now someone in the comments is going to be saying, well, that's why N is such a great fucking character, because you can agree with him. While that is kind of true, like Thanos, I guess, right? People say that about it, that cocksucker. But when you're a silent protagonist, you have no one to bounce. I can't. We're supposed to put our thoughts on the character. I know I'm going off topic now, but if you do that, you end up agreeing with N. So a good way, which makes the story not make sense, which means Charon, or whatever the fuck his name is a good foil for N. Hybrid Hero, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Rosa's such a good, and Hugh, such a good foil for N. How? We're silent protagonists in the game, so how do we even know what that person thinks? But a good way to let us as the as the player get us an idea, we could have been one of the only trainers with following Pokemon. And N could have been saying some bullshit like, huh, but you, Rosa, are different. Your Pokemon stay out of their balls with you and don't even choose to run away. Or something stupid like that. But back to the point, Busters. I think ROM hacks, fan games, I think Pokemon's taking it as a spit in the fucking face for all the hard work and all the shit they've done throughout the years, right? I think they're taking it as just a disrespect to their hard work. And if Pokemon puts out shitty games, it has to be on purpose. And if they're doing it on purpose, in my opinion, like I said, I think they make great games still to this day. But if they make shitty games, as you see me playing my Hard Gold run, it's because you motherfuckers, you lame-os, think you can make a better game than them. And I'll end it by saying this. Don't ever bite the hand that fucking feeds you. If you're gonna fuck with a real one, Busters, I'm the real one. Fuck with me. Subscribe today. If you smell what the bug catcher is cooking, Busters.